today I'm coming to you with no makeup. I removed my makeup about 30 minutes ago. I was just wearing a tinted moisturizer, but I wanted to bring you an acne update. And I honestly did not realize how long it has been since I've done one of these videos. And I was thinking to myself, like, why haven't I filmed an acne update? I've been filming a couple of acne videos, but why haven't I actually showed anyone my skin? And I realized that last acne update I posted, I did get positive feedback, but also some negative feedback that did kind of really hit me. So today I will not be showing you my chest or my back, because I guess that was an issue in the last video, but I will insert photos. But I just wanted to tell you about my skin and what it has been doing. And right now it's a little bit irritated because I did remove my makeup. My skin has been really dry lately. Honestly, for winter, I've never had dry skin before, but like I said in a winter beauty secrets video, I've been having dry elbows, I've been having dandruff. That's technically skin update, okay? But I've been getting dry flakes and patches on my skin too. And if you look in my other acne videos, I've always had kind of cystic bumps and pimples and blackheads and issues. But do you see right now how I have like these huge spots? These have been so different because these are dry patches that have flaked off. Some of them I accidentally exfoliated in the shower and they started bleeding. Some of them literally flake off, but the worst part is that they itch, and I find myself itching without even knowing it, and they're like, it's aggravating my skin. And honestly, without the flakes, I feel like my skin has been really good, especially as compared to how it used to be. But with these little flakes, they go down my chest. I've been breaking out so much on my back. Definitely my low back. I've always had breakouts and they've kind of gone down my low back before, but never this far. And I honestly think it's something to do with the weather. But if it weren't for these dry flakes, I'm actually really pleased with my skin. I've been doing Blueprint juice cleanses, and that's basically like where you drink a juice and give your digestive system a break. As some of you know, on Twitter, I tweeted a photo about my tummy issues, which have been but I'm not gonna lie, like, they've been really bringing me down lately because I've been having a lot of problems, so I have to be very careful about what I eat. And the Blueprint juices are good because they're not upsetting to my stomach, but I've noticed that they've also made a difference in my skin. So if it weren't for the dry flakes, I would say that the Blueprint has definitely been helping me. But these dry flakes are so itchy that I end up like scratching my skin, and it's definitely causing more acne because the more you touch your face, the more irritated it will be, the more bacteria you're spreading, and the more acne you have. So that's definitely been a bummer this winter. Like I said, I've never had dry skin before. I don't know if it's just been a super dry winter or if my skin is changing, or because I'm off of dairy completely. I've been off of dairy for almost 3 months now. Or 2 months now. Because of that, I'm wondering, is my skin not holding, like, is my body not holding as much mucus and as much pus, and is it not holding enough moisture, and so therefore I'm getting dry? Or have I been switching something up? Because I have been using different chemical skincare. I'm using exposed skincare, which I do really like. And it's like good for sensitive skin, and it was helping more than my previous skincare, but at the same time I'm like, what is going on? And you know, treating acne with dry skin is so tough because, well, it's dry and oily, which makes it even more difficult. It's like in patches, so it's like, do I use 2 different cleansers? Like, what do I do? And it's like, it's tough because I've never really had to deal with this before, and so many acne products can be drying that it's like, I'm trying to fix one problem, but I'm causing another, and it's so frustrating. So this is what's going on with my skin. Like I said, it is a little bit irritated right now because I did remove my makeup. I removed it 30 minutes ago, and I tried to get my skin to calm down a little bit, but it's still really itchy, honestly. And that's the other thing, is that I have dandruff, which I've never had before. And it's honestly really embarrassing because I'm like, oh my god, is someone gonna notice? By the way, do you like my blankie? This is what keeps me warm at night. But I'll insert a couple of photos here of my acne recently, since I do keep a phone diary, like I take a picture diary. So I'll insert some of my acne photos here that have been kind of over the past 2 months or so. And then here's a picture of what my back has been like. And like I said, it's not as bad on the top as it has been before. It's been much worse. But during like the low back, it hasn't been as bad in almost ever. So I don't know why I'm breaking out like my low back, like right by my butt. So I'll insert a photo of that here since I don't exactly want to show my back or my chest because that was an issue in the last acne update. So yeah, that's what's been going on. And honestly, I was talking to a friend recently and I was thinking, yes, acne is physically painful, like it itches a little bit and it's like sometimes painful to sleep on. But for me, I almost feel like acne is more emotionally painful. I mean, it is more emotionally painful, but I was thinking to myself and I thought, if society and if the people around me at school, at work, you know, friends and people on the street when I was younger, if they never pointed out my acne, would I have hated myself as much as I did? Excuse me. Would I have hated my acne as much as I do? If it was like accepted in society, like even if other people didn't have it the way I did because I grew up and literally no one understood what I was going through. But even if no one else had it, if nobody said anything, it does make me wonder if I would feel the way I do about it now. Like I hate having acne and I hated it growing up because I felt so insecure, I felt like an outsider. You know, people would tease me, I would get comments from kids at the grocery store, and it's just like, you know, that's really, really hard, and I feel like acne is what made people hate me all my life and why I hate myself, or hated myself and still kind of hate myself a little bit because it's something that I keep buried down deep inside that comes up every now and again, those insecurities, and I've definitely been dealing with them, and having you as part of my YouTube family has really helped me deal with that. But there's still like these little demons that live inside of me that pop up and make me feel insecure every now and again. Which is why I also didn't want to post another acne video for so long, because I kind of felt like, you know, what people said in the last one, not everyone, but some people who obviously aren't really part of our YouTube family were saying some negative things, and it just really brought me down, and those insecurities kind of came back up, which I thought to myself today, like, why haven't I filmed this in so long? And I realized I got these little demons inside of me that I'm still trying to work through. But it honestly makes me wonder, would I hate myself or my acne as much as I do if society didn't care? If they said it's okay, like, you have that, that's fine, like, we still love you, the way you guys do to me, like, would I still be so concerned about it? So tell me, if you have acne, or even if you have scars or pigmentation or dandruff or whatever the freaky deek it is, would you have such an issue with it if society didn't care? Because I feel like I'm a people pleaser. I want to be friends with everyone, and the truth is that everyone doesn't want to be friends with me. But because of that, I guess I do search for people's approval, which I probably shouldn't do. But I do. And I'm wondering if I didn't do that, if society didn't care, like if I had that approval, if it would be such an issue. But I don't know if you can see, because this camera, it's a stupid non-autofocus camera. Like, I love the camera, but it's non-autofocus. So I don't really know if you can see, but it's down my chin, it's up here. I have definitely blackheads. I've been super oily right up here, like freaky deakin' oily monster mess. I use blotting sheets. They stick to my forehead. I'm like, dear Lord, what is going on? But then I have dry patches like right here. I've been getting a lot of peeling and flaking, especially by my lips. My lips have been getting pimples like on the lip line because of the dry flakiness, and it's like causing acne. And then I put chapstick on, but I think that the chapstick that I've been using has honestly been causing a little bit of pimples because it clogs the pores in there. So frustrating! But that has been my dry acne winter skin. So yeah. And you know, touching again back on the idea of would I really feel the same way about my acne if society didn't care, I still have other insecurities that I'm working on right now because of people that say things in my life, and I wonder if those insecurities too, if other people didn't care, if I would really mind loving me the way I am. You know, if nobody else put it into my mind that that's bad or that's wrong. And you know, it's hard. It was really hard growing up for me, hating myself, and you know, when you're told that you're stupid and you're ugly and you should kill yourself every day, there are times where you start to believe it. And coming to a point where I look back at that now, I'm like, wow, look at how much acne has changed me, and I've grown and I've learned. And honestly, without it, I wouldn't be able to understand what other people are going through. But at the same time, it's still a struggle for me. I can still go outside without makeup, but I'm going to be 100% honest with you, even when I do, I'm not as confident as when I do have makeup on. Which is hard for me to accept, because then I think, do I value myself more when I have makeup on? And I hope not, but I'm wondering if I do, and I'm just, ugh, it's really hard. And you know, when I was growing up in school, like I would tell the counselor, like, oh, kids call me exorcist today, kids call me freak of nature today. You know, a kid said this in class, a kid wrote this on my locker, da-da-da-da. That's why I didn't have a locker for like a year in school, is because I was so sick of kids putting hateful notes in it. So I just carried all my books around in my backpack so that nobody could put notes in my locker because I didn't have one. But the counselor would always say, oh, kids will be kids, or oh, just tell them not to do that, you know, whatever. And she would just kind of brush it off. And I honestly felt like such a burden every single time I went in there. I was like, why am I even talking to this lady? She's only here because she's paid to be here. She doesn't actually care about me. And when things got worse, and you know, when I was getting stuff thrown at me, and when I was actually like really like, you know, considering and hurting myself, I didn't talk to anyone because I just felt like a burden to other people. I felt like, oh, kids will be kids, like she always says, so why am I going to come to her and tell her what's going on when she hasn't cared in the past, you know? And even my mom has always been there for me, but she's never had acne, and so even though she tried to like sympathize, she was like, oh, like it was bad when I was in school. It's like, Mom, it's not the same. Times have changed so much. She's never had pimples. She had like 2 on her wedding day. And I'm like, how can you tell me you know how it feels? And you know, she would tell me, oh honey, kids are just jealous. And honestly, like I just hid myself because I'm so sick of being a burden, or I was so sick of being a burden to other people. I just hide and I wouldn't tell anyone what I was really feeling. And I think that the idea of society and the idea of perfection is what did that to me. And I'm wondering if people didn't say those things, if people didn't care about that, and if people said, yeah, you got acne, but we are still going to love you or be friends with you the way people on YouTube have done for me, you know, it makes me wonder if the things that I hate or I don't like about myself are the result of society. And it makes me wonder that if that was never a factor, if society was never a factor, if I would be able to accept myself for the imperfections, and if the imperfections would even be wrong. So that is just some food for thought. This is my skin, this is what is going on. I do more acne updates on Twitter and Instagram than I do on YouTube, which is really sad. So if you are on Twitter or Instagram, follow me there, because we have little conversations, and there are very exciting conversations. We have beauty chat. It's really fun. Excuse me. But I will try to post more acne videos here, and when it comes to negative comments, I know it's not you, it's like other people out there, but to those other people, I don't take negativity very well, because like I said, I'm a people pleaser, so I'm just going to try to ignore it and release my emotions, because when I keep them inside of me, I get really depressed and really angry and really, you know, life isn't as good. And even though it's hard to talk about what I feel, it makes things better to just get it off your chest. So that is what's up. I hope that you are enjoying this video. I hope that you like my blankie. And if you have an acne update, or if you've had the same dryness issue, or if you have a comment or a response to how you think you're affected by society or how society affects you, please, I don't know if you can even do a video response on YouTube anymore, but please tag me in a video, or please tweet me your video, or Instagram me or Facebook me your video, because I love getting that like direct feedback from you, because like when I'm talking to you, you're not always talking back to me directly, but when you film a video, it's like we're actually having a conversation. So, or just post a comment and tell me kind of your opinion on it, because I'm wondering if I am the only one, because I've always felt like the only one, but the more I talk about it, the more I realize is that I'm not alone. So that's why it's better to talk about it. But anyways, this video is too long. I love you guys. I hope that this helped you or gave you some food for thought in some way. And I cannot wait to talk to y'all tomorrow in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.